Gemini family, what up, though? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message today for the sign of Gemini, wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart. Keep in mind, we do all have a third house as part of our charts, and time and energy is fluid. So take what resonates here today, leave the rest for someone else. And these readings are timeless as well. So whenever you find yourself here, there will be a message here for you to help bring you clarity and confirmation, to help empower you. Ultimately, these messages are intended to help us align with our highest timeline, with the best versions of ourselves. Tapping into your energy today, Gemini. I use this Illuminated Earth Oracle deck. We'll grab one of these Moonology cards as well, just to catch the vibe. But this energy that I'm tapping into for the collective really feels like growth. It really feels like prosperity. It feels like strength. It feels like, Gemini, you've been through a lot and you're really coming into a space of clarity and deep understanding. You're really coming into this space of deep connection with yourself, with your higher self. And it feels like you've kind of separated yourself, or been separated in a lot of cases, from a lot. On the bottom of this Illuminated Earth here, we have the upheaval card. And I was really just drawn to the separation in this card. It's like whatever storm that you've been through, whatever upheaval, right? Whatever turbulence here, it has really helped Gemini to draw the line between yourself and maybe old cycles or old relationships or old thought patterns, old versions of yourself that were no longer serving, or that are not, ascending with you or coming with you as you move into this next chapter, this next cycle. And I am recording this in the midst of this full moon in Taurus portal as well. So a lot of really intense energy coming through. And depending on where that lands in your chart, I guess it's going to resonate a little bit differently for everyone. So let's run through these cards. We'll grab a Moonology card, and then we will dive into the tarot. The first card to come through for you today, Gemini, is the Resilience. And to me, this really does feel like a rebirth. It feels like we are kind of coming out of the womb here, or getting closer and closer to this energy of this light at the end of the tunnel. And the next two cards, I grabbed 3, and I always include the bottom card as well. I feel like it's kind of an underlying energy. We have Epiphany and plants. So I see tons of growth. I see tons of growth. And again, I see you coming into this place of clarity, this place of understanding. Maybe even with this full moon illumination, there's a lot of epiphanies or downloads coming through. And I think it'd be probably beneficial to write these things down or journal during this time, to really kind of bring what's coming through you down into the physical realm. Not only growth with this plants card, but also getting out in nature when you can, right? Connecting with the earth, maybe connecting with your garden or with nature in any way you can at this time. Feels like it'll help you to kind of ground this deeper wisdom, this understanding, this clarity down into your physical body, into your physical world. So let's grab a Moonology card. Then I will say a quick prayer and we'll dive into the message. Actually, we have these astrology cards too. We might as well grab a couple of these as well. What's the message here for Gem? What's the vibe, Spirit? Expect powerful change. I'm being guided to grab one more. Thank you. A new romantic cycle begins. Sheesh, Libra energy, new moon in Libra energy. It would not be right, Gemini, if Libra did not come out in your message to some degree. And I feel like that's kind of been what's happening over the past really like 18 months now. Every Gemini reading, it seems like some Libra energy comes through. But this feels like the point that it's all come to, where And here we are with this upheaval. It's like, Gemini, you've separated yourself from so many people and so many relationships in your world, and this is where you're like clean and clear to move through into the next world and start connecting with souls and soulmates that are more in alignment with where you're at, and how far you've come through all of the upheaval, the growth, the shedding that you've been doing. So the divine is asking you to have faith in your dreams and expect powerful change. And this is the new moon eclipse energy, and we are kind of coming out of this eclipse portal, right, through Libra season. To me, the 11/11 portal that we just stepped through was kind of us fully stepping into this new chapter after the eclipses, right? We had eclipses starting in like May and all the way until last month. It was like just so much change, and it's like anything that was eclipsing us, whether internal or external, was kind of illuminated to some degree, and it feels like you're kind of stepping out of that, Gemini. So this feels really good. We will grab a couple astrology cards, Aqua, Aquarian energy on the bottom, but we'll see what comes through. Thank you. Solstice, focus, transition, amplification. Anything else? Spirit, thank you. Retrograde. And we are moving into a Mercury retrograde in your opposite sign of Sagittarius. And we have quincunx, dissonance, adjustment, and discord. So to me, what this feels like is this retrograde time is a time to really, and I've been feeling this in all of the readings I've been doing lately, where it's time to really step back and kind of take stock. We have all come so far, and now here we are on the precipice. Here we are in the midst of this solstice energy, this transition, in other words. And this is where we zoom out and we take stock and we put things in order and we slow down a little bit in order to move forward as Mercury goes back, forward. So this is in perfect alignment with the energies that I've been channeling and with the transits and everything. So I'm going to say a quick prayer and we'll dive into this tarot. We're going to start with this double major deck and grab a theme of today's message, and we will go from there. Holy, divine Mother and Father, source of all creation and creation itself, Holy Spirit, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages for my Gemini gang for their highest good today. Anything my gems need to hear or know, any messages that will bring them clarity and confirmation, healing, wisdom, understanding, any messages that will empower my gems and help Gemini align with the highest, with their highest timelines, with their highest selves, with their best lives. And above all, of course, any messages that will help the collective align with the highest divine will for their journeys will be truly appreciated. All praise and glory forever and ever. With this retrograde card, right, Mercury being the planet of our mental space, of our minds, I think it's going to be really important to cultivate a bit of space between your awareness and your mental space, your thoughts, so we can really, again, take stock on what loops are playing up here, right? What spells are we speaking over our lives internally and externally at this time? I think it's a very powerful time to work with things like affirmations and subconscious reprogramming and, again, journaling, writing things down. Even just your thoughts, your dreams, whatever it may be, whatever you're kind of guided to do at this time, it's going to be extremely powerful, especially while Mercury's in retrograde, right? Okay, so what's the theme of Gemini's message today? The Lovers, which is your energy, that's tying directly in with that. A new romantic cycle begins, and then we have the Hermit in the World, so it's dead on here. Gemini, you have completed a major soul cycle. You have gained so much wisdom from your trip up the mountain. And this is the double major tarot. So there's two versions of every major arcana and suit card here, and I like how you actually got the alternate version of both the World and the Hermit card here, because in the World card it seems like she has kind of stepped out of the cycle. She has stepped outside of the loop, as to where the traditional version she would be kind of standing in the midst of this circle here. And in the Hermit, instead of standing up at the top of the mountain with his light shining out, he decided to take a little break, right? Big vibes of this Mercury retrograde. Big vibes of this full moon in Taurus, where it's really kind of like, all right, can we get comfortable for a minute? Can we put on some comfy clothes? Can we eat some good food? Can we relax? Can we pause? The Hermit has taken the light out of his lamp here and started a fire to warm up, to heal, right? And it feels very much in alignment with the cards that came out first with the Lovers. Not only is this your energy, not only is this your angels and guides coming through saying, hey, we are guiding you to come into alignment more with yourself, with your higher self, with your spirit, but also you've been doing the work, Gemini, and it feels like the divine is wanting to put people in your lives that are reflecting that. So we're going to start off in your energy and work our way out from there. See what's the deal today. Tower, just like that upheaval. Some of you may still be in the midst of this, right? We do have Pluto at 29 degrees Capricorn, very intense energy, and Pluto is the energy of the Tower here. And this is kind of the remnants of those structures of our lives that are coming down and being cleared right now. For a lot of you, I feel intuitively like you've been going through this and you're kind of coming out of it in a sense, but some of you may still be experiencing this, where this Hermit energy is like, okay, in the midst of all this intensity and this kind of like upheaval, turbulence that's happening, can we pause? Can we really root into the fact that this is a huge chapter of our journeys, of our soul's journeys that's ending right now? And can we take stock on the wisdom that we've gained along our trip up the mountain to get to where we're at? What was this all here to teach us? What have we learned? What are we taking with us? What are we leaving? So what else do we have going on with Gemini right now? Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. Star. With the 8 of Wands, and we have one face down here. Big 10 of Cups energy, you guys. This is absolute. Oh, and under the star, check it out. Spirit speaking to my Geminis today. Drop it down in the comments if this resonates, because this feels like a big message, you guys. Right under the star, we had the 3 of Swords, which is the healing, the growth, the illumination, the again, the deeper connection with your own self and with spirit, with the divine that you're cultivating as you move through these cycles of your journey, as you move through these relationships and end things and situations that are no longer serving you. Spirit says you are well on your way, and this is in your current energy. So Gemini, like I said, I feel a lot of you are, you're well on your way here. You're on the bike, you're moving, hand on the throttle, you're going for it. This 10 of Cups. And what is your 10 of Cups, Gemini? Because the wheel is turning in your favor, and it looks like your blessings are coming in. And this is something that I know you've worked hard for. So with the star card, this is, that wish upon a star energy. Once we're looking up in the sky at the lights, right? And we see that shooting star, we make that wish. This is about your manifestations and really focusing on those right now. For a lot of you, I know it's love, I know it's family, but that's not everyone's cup of tea, right? And so whatever your wish upon a star is, your 10 of Cups, it's like, I'm complete. All of the puzzle pieces are here. What is that for you? I feel like you're still releasing energetically from this past cycle, but this is where we're really getting our energy and our focus together toward what it is we'd like to create here. Okay. Six of Swords. What else? Crossing. Okay. Two of Cups, Ace of Pents. My Geminis are moving into new relationships, new connections, but also this represents your own connection with yourself, Gemini, and the divine really saying, hey, family, the worst of the storm is over. Let us row this boat. We're moving on to calmer waters right now, or to new shores, to unexplored territory, and I see opportunities coming in for you. So I think really in the crossing energy, it's like what's helping us and what's hindering us. Two of Cups. If there is any betrayals or loss or ex-partners or old relationships or anything that isn't serving you right now, it really is a time to release, to cut the cords, to truly root into the understanding of what roles these situations and these happenings and these relationships played, and to really grab the bull by the horns in this Taurus full moon and say, okay, I'm moving on to better things, right? Two of Wands on the bottom, Nine of Cups under that. We're planting these seeds for our wish fulfillment. This is a huge opportunity from the universe, Gemini, and I really feel like the collective is deserving of this. I know you all have come so far. So it's really good to see the Wheel of Fortune shoot the star with the Wheel of Fortune in the world. This is a whole new world, y'all. This is a whole new you, a whole new world. Limitless possibility I'm hearing as well. So where does this energy stem from? Spirit, ultimately. To bring you into new energy. Y'all, check it out. Devil. So all of this all played out to free you from toxic people, from toxic thought patterns, from toxic habits, from situations that were not serving you, from situations and people that were holding you back, holding you down, pulling you under, right? This is both internally and externally. What was keeping you bound, Gemini? Because everything that you've experienced on this proverbial trip up the mountain has brought you into this space of moving away from the toxicity and moving into, and I can't make it up, we have this 10 of Cups right here in your current energy, the 8 of Wands. You're moving toward that, and the root cause of all these energies was to bring you into this new chapter so you would take the opportunity to create better for yourself, Gemini, to realize on a deep internal level that you are worth so much more, that you deserve better. And check it out. The Ace of Cups is how we get to the 9 of Cups. Together they make the 10 of Cups. And I like to explain it kind of like this, where the 9 of Cups is me on an individual level, being good in myself and fully fulfilled with myself, with where I'm at and with what I'm creating or what I've created. The 10 of Cups is what we attract into our lives when we are in the frequency of the 9 of Cups. So what I feel like is, Gemini, all the work you've done and are doing and all of the release and all of the upheaval and everything is bringing you into this 9 of Cups energy, where it's like, I know that I am a divine co-creator. I am in divine connection with myself, with my emotions, with my deepest desires, with my soul, with my destiny. And the divine is bringing this opportunity, handing you this beautiful opportunity to move toward that. Wish upon a star, to focus on that, to claim your divine inheritance, your ancestral abundance, your soulmate, or whatever it may be. To claim your alignment with your destined path and your your dharma, right? Your purpose. Beautiful, beautiful energy for Gemini. So what is incoming, please, for Gem? And what is the advice for Gemini? What's the advice? Gemini, this is so beautiful. Judgment on the bottom, okay? Incoming for you, Two of Wands, to the Sun, to the Temperance, King of Wands. The Sun in the Temperance. Y'all, I'm at a loss for words. This is your blessings. This is enlightenment. This is illumination. This is joy. This is happiness. This is healing. This is prosperity. This is abundance in all ways. What the divine is really saying here with the Two of Wands is to continue looking forward, facing your true north and planting the seeds, using your affirmations, using the power of your voice, right? Especially for my Gemini risings, where your chart's ruled by Mercury. That is a superpower. That is one of your magical powers. Regardless if your Sun, Moon, Rising, Gemini, this is one of your superpowers right now, is using the power of your voice, but also your thoughts send out just as, if not a more powerful vibrational frequency or wave to the universe. So again, this retrograde is really time to clean up our mental space and to reprogram and refocus, because the divine is saying, be still and know, Gemini, as long as you stay focused on your true north, stay patient, continue Temperance, working with these energies right now, and King of Wands, staying in your spiritual practice, keeping your spiritual connection and taking action, bold action as you are intuitively and divinely guided. Your blessings are here. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles in the advice, with the Queen of Wands and the World. To me, in the incoming, the King of Wands, and in the advice, the Queen of Wands, is like keeping that spiritual connection, being open to these downloads that are coming through, and being ready to jump when Spirit says go, or when you get that gut feeling or that intuitive nudge. With the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, World, seven in the three is the Ten of Pentacles, Gemini, which represents your legacy, your wealth, your abundance, your family, your home, right? With the World, you are moving into a new world here, closing out an old world, and literally with the World in your advice, the world is yours. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to fully step through this portal and start a new cycle. The Seven and the Three of Pence is remaining positive and watering the seeds that are growing. So this is where we take that retrograde time to overlook our garden and say, okay, this is growing, this is growing, this is growing, this is not growing. Oh my gosh, there's a weed in my garden. It's choking this out, right? That should be growing. So we're weeding. We're pulling out these negative thought patterns, these negative habits, these negative emotions, any resentment, any anger, any grief, anything we're holding on to, and we're watering what is growing. We're watering what we would like to see come to full fruition when this Ten of Pentacles happens, Spirit is saying. And I also see with the Three of Pentacles in your advice, it's like there's people coming and crossing your path right now, Gemini, that are for you, that are going to help you build this Ten of Pentacles, or that are going to bring in opportunities or clarity or just companionship and friendship. And the divine is really asking you to work with others, to put your work out there, to be open. Also, let me see. To use your discernment as well. There was something else coming through as well, and then it just kind of went blank. So there also may be people on your journey that are not wanting to see you succeed or not. So use your discernment. If you get that gut feeling about somebody, go with it, roll with it, trust it. Your angels are coming through in this reading heavy. Gemini saying, yo, we're with you, we got you. But this is also coming together with other like-minded individuals that have the same vision or a similar vision to what we would like to create or what we would like to build. I feel like collectively it's a time of really coming together, right? We've been doing the work, we've been building a little bit on our own, and now it's like, all right, let's put everything together and make something happen. So your advice is to be open as well, right? Because we can't do everything on our own. 7 and 3, 10 of Pentacles, this is where we come together to create this new world. Judgment. Stop judging yourself. Let go of judgment on others. Again, let go of regret, anger, hatred, resentment, right? As this angel blows her trumpet, we are rising from the graves of these old worlds into a new dimension. This is where we release. This is where we fully surrender to this spiritual awakening, to this higher consciousness, to this deeper wisdom, family, and ultimately we stay focused. So let's grab an oracle card, but I feel like this is one of the biggest messages I've done for you all year, Gemini. I feel like I can say, Gemini, you made it. 29 degrees, Pluto and Capricorn. It's about to shift into Aquarius any day now. Let's go. Aquarius, right? We the people. This is where we the people come together and we build, family. We build, we build, we build. Regardless of what it is that's on your heart to build right now, family, it's go time. It's go time. Bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you'll feel so much lighter when you do. Go for it, Gemini. Do it. Say it. Take that leap. Take that step. Cut that cord. Right? Leave that thing behind or merge with that thing that is calling your soul right now. Miracles. Sheesh. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Message for Gem. Sorry, I gotta check the time and make sure our camera ain't gonna cut me off. Live your life with both feet in. Live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here. Look around you and find some signs, Gemini. The universe is speaking to you, maybe through music, through animals that are crossing your path, numbers on license plates, song on the radio, conversations in passing, feathers that are falling and landing at your feet. Family, look around. The universe is in constant communication with us at all times. We just have to be here and be present enough to have that conversation, to be part of that conversation, rather. One last card for Gemini. Self-love. Self-love. Oh, the Sovereign fell out as well. Both messages of you and how far you've come and really stepping into your beauty, your uniqueness, Gemini, and it really feels like your purpose, right? But with this Sovereign, it's just like that hermit. Like, I've made it to the top of the mountain only to realize that everything is within me, all of it, and that I can take all of this and co-create a beautiful reality. So with all of that being said, I think we'll read this self-love card really quick. I just didn't want the camera to cut off. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing up, stopping through. Thank you all for your patience, as well as I know I was getting a lot of comments from my air signs like, yo, where's our readings at? So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all love and support and y'all patience. I appreciate being on this journey with you beautiful, divine souls. 74. This has to do with the element of water, with emotions. Also, I kept passing it, behind it and in front of it. So again, this message of staying present, of here, of not being in the past up here or in the future worried about what's to come, of being here in the moment, loving yourself, looking for the miracles, having that conversation with spirit, clearing the energies that want to be cleared, and focusing. Write it down, Gemini. I'm telling you, write it down, speak it out loud, burn it under this full moon in Taurus, family. Your blessings are here. This opportunity is here. I feel like you're just waiting for your reality to align with your own vibration. So keep that frequency good, my babies. Loving oneself is one of those larger concepts that's difficult to truly integrate. We're conditioned from birth to doubt ourselves, compare, deny, or minimize our gifts, hide ourselves away, and change who we are. This brainwashing is crippling. We become adults who have to fight to remember ourselves. We recognize the importance of loving and accepting ourselves, but releasing those voices and negative tapes that play in our head can feel impossible. Beyond that, we often decide we need to love ourselves in order to attain or achieve something, like, I need to love myself so I can attract my partner. To truly love oneself is to do so without any expectations or hopeful outcomes. The relationship with oneself is the most intimate relationship we'll ever have, and it's a daily endeavor. Rather than viewing self-love as a day of pampering or fighting that which is holding you back, let all of that fall away for a few minutes and ask your heart, body, and spirit when you wake up, what do you need from me? How can I support you? What will nurture you? How can I deepen my relationship with you? Continue to check in with yourself throughout the day. This card is Peacock Medicine. Imagine seeing a peacock skulking around and hiding its colors and feathers. It wouldn't seem quite right. Anyone who has seen a peacock in real life will tell you that it's the opposite of what they do. They're incredibly aware of their majestic qualities, and they use it to their advantage, especially in mating. Peacock invites you to unearth the beauty and the unique aspects of self that have been hidden away. Peacocks are not born with their colorful feathers. Those grow in around 2 years of age. For humans, it's the opposite. We are born in perfection. It is life that conditions us to forget it. Peacock's an ally for standing proudly in who you are, Gemini. Hibiscus medicine. Hibiscus is an ally in remembering. Its gentle energies awaken the heart to its core essence, allowing us to more deeply connect with ourselves and life around us. In a world where many of us have been told to hide the softer aspects of ourselves, hibiscus is a teacher in embracing those qualities. Sit with hibiscus and consider journaling or reflecting around the following. What do you consider soft? How do you personally embody it? Do you ever view softness as weakness? And do you reject it in yourself or in others? And the stone or crystal that correlates with this energy here is pink halite. It says pink halite's an ally in integration. It teaches us what self-love is and how to act from a place of self-love. Sitting with pink halite energy for a moment. Imagine yourself in a space where you love yourself exactly as you are. What does that feel like? How do you engage with others? What do you do each day? What don't you do? And what are your priorities? Pink halite is a sodium-based stone, like salt. It holds the ability to clear all things negative within us and within our environment. This stone can be used personally or within your space to help disperse and cleanse resistance to self-love. You can also use it to aid in your endeavors of amplifying your heart's needs, and also rose quartz. Took me a minute. Rose quartz as well if you can't find or don't have any pink halite. I love you, Geminis. I appreciate you so much for being here. Look, there we go in that 1111 portal, family. Let's get it. Let's step through into union with what is waiting for us. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you're able to take something from it that serves you along your journey. And I hope to see you beautiful beings on the next reading.